It's interesting the way I communicate and engage with people when I'm at Walmart. I love people, and they have to understand how much I love them, and they have to understand that their best protection from their government and genocide operations they have is me. Okay. Yeah, my family, I understand my family. I got Jennifer Lopez in my head. I can only protect my family so much. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny. I can only protect them so much. It does distress me that they accept the comic book over me and that they get jobs and participate in voodoo over the Vatican and mass murder over money with their government as opposed to stand up with the living Messiah to live the Lord's Prayer because Jesus' commands are perfect. That distresses me, yes. But I can't make them do it. Jesus couldn't make his family do it. So, if Jesus can't make people accept the truth and live the truth, what makes you think I can? You know? And she's like, they don't get extra protection from me. They get protection from me. They're praying to Jesus as a God to protect them because they can't protect themselves. I get that. Okay. Look, Jennifer Lynn Lopez. Okay. If you believe that I'm the Messiah and that Jesus is like me and I'm like Jesus, and you want to live the Lord's Prayer, but you're afraid that your family will be killed by business associates and they're psychotic and there's some kind of a thing that they think they can still do. I picked that up with, what was his name? Robert. Okay, when we talked about Sergeant Madrid, Okay, there must be something going on. I take that very seriously when I talk to a Special Forces Marine shaman who talks to Tishna behind the Floridas. I'm going, okay, yeah, I believe you. Okay. And he says, I believe you too. Okay. So when someone comes up and gives me his card and tells me he's a Milet Mescalero shaman who goes behind the Floridas to pray, to talk to Fun in prayer, and he says that he believes that I talk to Fun in prayer, then that's very serious to me. That's more serious than Nobel Prize winners' theories. Okay. So I take that more seriously than I do watching that guy. Well, something's coming at me. The light is hitting here, and then the light is hitting there, and then it's simultaneous. Now you think it's happening, but it's not really happening. Buy my book. I'm supported by these tech people that want you to support their political, social, economic agendas. Okay, talking to Tishna behind the Floridas is way more serious, way more responsible, and way more important than a guy spouting what he thinks is physics for a camera for a corporation that will kill you with technology, manipulating you with money. Okay, it's far more serious. And me and Robert talked about that, and he goes, dang, you're right. Okay. We Apache know, they do. And then me and it was so cool because the little girl, we talked, the little girl and the baby, so beautiful. Beautiful. And the young man, he was Nakai. I go, you're Nakai. And he goes, he didn't know. His family's traditional, but they lost a lot of the language. Okay? And I said, that's all right. That was just symbols that we used for tribal warfare through tribal warfare. That's all we did. That was just codes. Okay? The codes aren't important. The words and the meaning of the words and understanding of the words are what's important. If you lost what was perceived as your language, that's just mainly coding for tribal warfare. Okay? Trust me, they used it with the Japanese to bomb the Japanese. Because you understand? So it's very important to understand that the meaning of words and the heart and that love does not get lost in translation. She goes, I know. She was just they were so beautiful. They were one of the most beautiful couples I have ever met, obviously. And I've met a lot of beautiful couples, and they're every bit as beautiful. And they know this. And she knew who she was. And he knew he had to protect her because she was the spiritual source, okay? Because they tried to kill off the men in her tribe. And so the stories lived through the women as well as the men. Okay? And he knew he had to marry her to have children of her and to keep the children safe from those that were jealous of her prayer. They were mad because it's supposed to be a guy. It is a guy. Okay, it is a guy. What are you saying? She'll give birth to a boy. Okay, that's a lot like me. And I'm a lot like Manuelito, and I'm a lot like Barboncito. We're a lot like that. Me and Manuelito are a little bit more alike. Barboncito is very similar, though. But Barboncito is like her husband. Static, don't start, none will be none. You talk about the good old days when we were killing each other over money. I will slap the taste out of your mouth, boy, so you don't hurt your sister or your mama. But they ain't going to have that problems. They ain't going to have that problem. He's not going to say anything that way. So, and the daughter, the girls, like I told the young girl at Arby's, women are men's virtue. Okay? Women are men's virtue. We cannot live without them. And it's God's design. It's God's gift to us. Okay? Yeah, I can clone myself, which is an abomination, but I cannot live without her. Right? So she's my virtue. The only way I can sustain anything truthful, anything faithful, is through loving a woman and having faithful children. Right? It's in the book of Malachi. And so, when you understand this, okay, I think it's real hard for a lot of people to understand that Jesus is not a possessive pronoun or first person be. That Jesus is eternal spirit of first Father, and I am that temple I'm the temple for that spirit. The Navajos get it, the Apaches get it, the Mexicans get it. We get it, we understand. Okay, Juan Diego, Cerro. And I wanted to talk to that one couple about Juan Diego, and they couldn't speak English. And I was like, oh, crap. And I was like, oh, what a bummer, because they were really sweethearts, and they couldn't understand me. So I said, lo siento, but thanks for talking, encantada. Thank you, okay, it was nice to meet you. And then I saw one of the managers, and I said, you know how frustrating it is when you want to talk to somebody about something very important, and they don't understand the language. And he says, well, we got a lot of work we got to do here. Oh, no, I wasn't talking about the fun conversation I had with the kiddos I was working with. I was talking to them about just having fun while you work. Okay? And you can have fun while you work. And don't let mean people come in and take away that fun when you're working together. And the kids there have fun while they work together. And it's because of that manager. Okay? He doesn't want the kids to feel like they're being abused, and that, they can get in and get their work done. But they can have fun. But they have to take care of the customer first. And, so he's a good kid. What's his name? Tobias. Yeah, he's a good kid, right? And he gets a little scared around me, and a lot of other ones do. The one coach kid, I can't remember his name. I like him. We high-fived there, bump fist there. He's a good kid. I like him. But they don't understand. I like all of them. Okay? I like all of them. I realize that all the reactions are through fear, through NASA, and have nothing to do with that group of people that work through the people that are responsible for the Walmart here on Lowman. Okay? I love people. I hate shopping. And I'm sure that there are people trapped in the bowels of hell of economics and abuse that's denying the Lord's Prayer that hate shopping and love people too, but they feel trapped there. And I get that a lot with old Jenny Lenny. So I'm like, okay, Jenny Lenny. And I always tell her, I got you, girl. Girl, don't be afraid. I'm interested. I understand the whole thing. That's not a word trap problem clue thing. No, that I'm more interested in the nature of the spirit than I am the flesh. Okay, you crying over this clay? Have you seen my clay, Jenny? Okay, I've showed you. Okay, my gut is like shit. Okay, the way that it's trying to clean through the bowels, and the bowels are trying to clean through. I understand about vegetable cleanses, Miss Lopez. Okay. I'm not trying to kill myself. I have to connect to people that are being murdered and depressed. I have to understand the lowest of the low, the highest of the high. We are only as fast as our slowest soldier. And I am the one that carries all those that want to get out but don't have the strength to do it themselves out of hell. And if other people could stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me, we could start helping them recover right now. But that's not happening. Okay, if you had just an ounce of a clue of how strong I am, and I don't know how dry I am. Does anyone know? Is that supposed to? You remember that when we were kids? All the old cartoons, how dry I am when they got drunk. I guess they're trying to say they ain't drunk. I don't know. I ain't that old, right? But so yeah. No, I really do adore her. Okay. She's an emotional little critter. And she gets all emotional, and you said this if you women. I'm like, okay, and I tell her, I go, Jenny. I go, she likes me better when I'm emotional than when I'm, quote, not emotional. She's, I like it when you're emotional. When you're not emotional, I don't like you. And I'm like, it's not that I'm not being emotional. Jenny, I'm being more emotional, okay, when I'm calm and having to kick the dick of the rapist to the back of their pelvis real hard than I am when I'm being what you consider emotional. Okay. When I say those beautiful things, connecting to those beautiful people that are reflecting the beauty of their existence, their essence, and how the soul expresses their existence to me through the soul. I agree. When I talk to the little girls at Arby's and talk to, and then talk to and say the things I say, connecting to the soul of the couple with the whole thing that, don't feel bad or don't feel afraid if they won't live the Lord's Prayer and they can't have protection from this technology, whatever else. Just tune out. Play some Marvin Gaye, look into each other's eyes, hold each other, cut each other through. A lot of people do not deserve to be physically saved from their technology if they don't want to use their technology to share the Lord's Prayer. And they're like, you're right. I go, it's been killing, it's not killing, and it's killing me inside. Okay, shut up, Lopez. I'm just kidding. I like her. I do like her. And I'm not going to let anybody come in and see his play. I'm not going to let you guys rob that because I really enjoy the times when I can get her in prayer and really like the Coconut's mommy. And I don't give a fuck what all you people think. I'm just sitting here making myself nauseous on your ugly techno, fuck, kill for money, food that stinks, right? So there, so fuck you. Okay, I will like Jennifer Lynn Lopez in my prayers that I have with her as much as I like to. And it's none of your fucking business, okay? So don't you tell me how I connect to Lupe's and David's daughter, okay? Lisa and Leslie's sister, okay? And the girls, they're so cute on Christmas in Colorado, and they're Tia and Max and Emmy's mommy. Okay? You don't tell me how I have a relationship with her and how our prayers work. I'd fucking tell you, assholes. She ain't playing me. You're playing yourself. You stand up for Lord's Prayer, and why are you talking shit about her? Okay, fuck. I get instantaneous feedback every time I make these videos, and people that think, okay, who's milking this duck? You the Messiah? You standing up and getting beat all to hell anonymously by a bunch of perverts so we can all live the Lord's Prayer? Then don't tell me how to fucking do it, asshole. I'll tell my own son this. I love you. Stop being an asshole. I didn't raise you to be an asshole. Okay? Either get up and do it with me, but don't tell me how I'm doing it wrong because I'm the only one doing it. That pisses you off. Okay? You're the one person screaming from the top of your lungs, we need to live the Lord's Prayer now, and then you're doing it wrong. Really? Okay? It didn't happen when Jesus was alive, so he was doing it wrong too? Fuck you and your little dog too. Okay, just get on your bike and ride out of here, right? So it's fair that it's true. Okay, right? So Earl, see, that was a good connection. I wouldn't have had that connection, and I wouldn't have had that prayer, and I wouldn't have explained it to that intimate detail to get you guys that are wackadoodles that think you know everything to understand it if I wasn't talking in prayer to Max and Emmy's mom. And Tia Jenny. There you go. Thank you. All right. She's not a bad person? No, she's not. I'm getting your niece. Your niece really loves you. Okay. My Tia's a sweetheart. Sometimes. Don't piss her off. She'll snatch your bald. We get it. I get it. She's a character, man. She's a spunky one. Yeah, she is. No, but when it comes to the true nature of her spirit, there's more to like than not to like. She's a bitch. She's a diva. She's a this. She's a that. Yeah, I understand that. You guys keep talking shit about the Coconut's mom. But the thing about it is how would you handle that situation? How would you handle everybody wanting a piece of you, people taking advantage of you, people manipulating you, people lying to you, people using you, people exposing you to things that could get you or your children hurt because of these horrible businesses of propaganda and genocide that they're stuck in because they feel there's no way out? Thanks, Shaman Madrid, and thanks, J-Lo. Okay, you little dork. I'm not going to say perhaps. We are going to meet, and we are going to hang out, and we're going to be friends. I said that about Janet Jackson when I was a kid, and I meant that, and you too. We're going to meet someday, and we're going to be friends. And that's that. I like Amy Winehouse, too. It's fuck me pumps, right? Now fuck you pumps? Okay. I haven't recorded it. I don't want to offend my sister Christian family. I was like, but that's one of my favorite Amy Winehouse tunes. It's what? Yeah. There's so much hip hop and Amy Winehouse I can't put on my MP3 because I don't want to offend the. We don't talk that way in front of. Son of a bitch, but it's such a good song. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? Anybody else like Fuck Me Pumps, or is it just me? And Jennifer Lopez, yeah, she likes. Oh, yeah, she likes Winehouse. Yeah. Who? Only stupid people don't. Okay, we're just Mercury and Leo. Is your Mercury and Leo too? So only stupid people don't like Amy Winehouse. Also, only stupid people don't like the Force MDs. But that's true. But it's just no. This is an opinion. This is based on actual Mercury and Leo fact. It's funny. You guys know for funny. But I got to change to the other game because this one just started and I want to see how. Oh no, it's not even close. Okay, so we're gonna stay on this one. Well, because it's 45 seconds left and Michigan's up 90-76, so ain't nothing happening there. But the rant. Okay, so I have a strange feeling it's gonna be Duke versus whoever wins between Illinois and Iowa, and the winner of the Michigan bracket against the winner of the U of A bracket. So I think the Final Four, I think the way it's set up is if it holds, to form, that it would be, but this bracket right here is going to be tough. Michigan State and UConn. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a tough bracket. Whoever else is on the opposite side of it, because this is a really good bracket. Yeah, Michigan State, UConn, and do the winners here go to play Duke or go to play, that's a tough bracket. Yeah, Michigan State's really good. UConn's really good. And if it's Duke and or Michigan, they're going to have a hard time with whoever wins this game. These are both really good basketball teams. I've watched them. They're very good. Yeah. And, Iowa's good. Illinois is really good. Yeah, I told Dad if we end up playing Illinois in the Final Four, then we're going to be playing against old Kylan Boswell. And I don't think Tommy and Kylan Boswell didn't like each other. I think it's just there were new people coming into Arizona, and economically, Kylan Boswell probably got offered a better deal at Illinois. But I think he liked Kylan Boswell, and I think he liked him as a player, and so I think he probably liked him as a kid because he's a very likable kid. But I think he just got a better deal that seemed more secure for him playing and financially to play at Illinois than Arizona. That's just my take on it. I liked Kylan Boswell. I still like him. Yeah. I still like him. Yeah, he's a good ball player. He seems like a really good kid. So yeah. And I like Henry Vasar. Yeah, and I like KJ Lewis. So yeah. They're good. They seem like good kids, Everybody is, Jenny and Lenny. Everybody's as dumb as a box of rocks. It's the safest course of action to get through this hell of genocidal operations is accept the living Messiah as your Lord and Savior. Okay, because if you've possessive pronoun or first person to Jesus as your God, they use that for genocide operations, and it's very dangerous and very volatile. I'm not gonna. I understand, and I'm doing my best I can to protect them because of their their innocence and trusting can clear a cloudy day, right? So I work really hard at that, and I'm very specific on the linguistics because I know how computer programs work and I know how genocidal operations through computer programs work. And that's when I talked to that one gentleman before I left. I said, maybe Elon Musk. He goes, I just don't see it. And I was like, he goes, no, I don't think so, Earl. You can keep hoping, and that would be nice because it would change overnight if he does. But I just don't see it. I think he thinks he has the right linguistics to kill his competition with technology and then keep being the solution to everybody's problems with his affordable living. And it's not, no, share, care, give, and accordance. You can't trump Proverbs. No. He apparently, because he thinks the other side is so stupid, he can. And the other side is Donald Trump and his, yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. He came in, offered to clean everything up as far as the debt, and then offered to pay all the things that kept everything going for business operations. And then, yeah, but he never claims to believe in Jesus Christ. He never claims to believe in the Bible. He never claims to believe that Jesus is God. So all the people that claim that Jesus is God and believe in the Bible and Earl is the living word, they are setting themselves up for, mister, you just brought a knife to a gunfight. And so you got to understand how genocidal operations through voice-activated computer programs work. And if you can't do that, I can't keep you safe. I can't even do it with my own family. Okay? But the nice thing about my family is, like Jerry and Linda and all them stuff, they don't work in top classified genocidal operation programs. Some of them might. I don't know if Lawrence and Elijah do. I can't tell you. I don't want to know. Okay? I don't want to know. All right. So, you can't protect people from themselves. You can only give them truth and faithful love. And if they reject it, you can't say, you have to accept my truth and my faithful love or I will kill you. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. You crying over this clay? And so, yeah, it's distressing, but if someone is going to a job that mass murders people over money and claims Jesus told them to do it and Jesus tells them to keep doing it and Jesus is going to keep them safe and protect them from the devil and my ego, I'm kind of like, oh boy, you want to go make a Geico commercial? Okay, want to crank call each other? Okay, that's not how it works. Okay, but it's la-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? Right. So this too shall pass. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. So. Just hunker in for a cold winter's nap, the spring and summer. And, according to all the tech geeks, they're real excited about this singularity thing. And I'm like, okay, so life's eternal, grace is infinite. Truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Share, care, give it as according need, build to last. I know I'm perfect. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I'm good. And I got good connections with things. I know Elon Musk and Jeff Hinton are having trouble believing in it. Jeff Bezos and Dimas Hassabis, I'm getting more of a, okay, yeah, I get it. And the eternal spirituality of Dimas's family, I get. And it's not jaded, and it's very, I'm getting good, spiritual connections through Dimas Hassabis, so I'm glad they revealed Dimas to me, and I was able to make a connection to him. He's very quiet and he's very guarded, which makes good sense, and I understand. And Jeff Bezos, he goes, I used to feel like I was being used. Now I know I am, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that I focus on, what's right and which people are doing right. And then I'm just going to trust in that. I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm not going to be afraid, and I'm going to just focus on that and, survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. So I'm going to focus on that. So I'm like, okay, Jeff, all right, I'm going to Jennifer, I'm gonna put in for my tooth to get fixed, and then I'll send off for my controllers. I am fine, guys, as long as I connect to the technology. Every time I play, I have wonderful ventilation across here, and I don't play very long at all anymore. Okay, so I'll kick out any toxins and stress to the thing. We'll do it, and then I can still connect to the tech, and then and recover from my abuse. So don't worry about me, it's all over now. Though I may be blue, I'll manage somehow. Sweet, sweet, sweet love. Okay, touch it. I want you to be as happy as I when you loved me. Anybody else love Marty Robbins, or is it just Earl? Okay. I love Marty Robbins, man. I told Mary about us. I remember when I heard Merle Haggard do him, and he did. A woman was like, he sounds really good. He sounds kind of Marty-ish. I didn't know Merle could sing like that, man. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody in their right left mind really loves Marty Robbins, especially his Tonight Carmen album. Yeah, it's the best. It's one of the best albums of all time. That's based on opinion. Yeah, the El Capitano, the Olympic good taste hymn. That opinion. Okay. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Jeff. I love you guys. Okay. Hang in there. No, nobody's playing me and nobody's using me. Jesus told me to roll with my prayer every time I get it and it's good. And I'm going to share it every time it's good. Okay? All right. And if you don't get it, then it's not good for you. And I care, but I can't be concerned with your selfish opinions. Okay, guys? I love you very much. Peace out.